on what it is and when to use it and how to use it, the best platforms and my real use cases. And then I'm gonna expand on it inside my school community called FutureMinds AI. Let me actually show it to you. This is the community. I have a lot of classroom videos right here, which I'm not gonna leak right now. Of course, you can go check it out. I teach you everything about AI and also how to sell your AI. So let's get straight into it. Vibe coding is a software development approach where users, often with little to no technical coding knowledge, this is very important because yes, you can vibe code with basically no knowledge of coding, like literally zero, okay? You can just type prompts and kind of hope that the AI will do its job. Build applications by describing what they want in natural language to AI agent. So yeah, this is exactly what it is. And what are the use cases on vibe coding? So you have probably heard a lot of mixed reviews on this. In my opinion, you can definitely use vibe coding. For example, when you want to create simple site. Well, technically not simple by the visual. If you look at it from a visual point, it's not gonna be simple, right? It's gonna be pretty awesome, to be honest, for just typing some prompts, but it's not gonna be very technically advanced, okay? It's not gonna have a lot of like payments and all that stuff. Yes, you can do it, of course, but the pain to reward ratio on vibe coding something as, you know, something like an online shop, of course, if it's not through Shopify or something, okay, it's really not worth it. And I'm gonna show you later in this video the alternatives to basically still use kind of vibe coding, but use it in the way I think it should be used, okay? If you want to create some websites which have these dynamic, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, transitions, yeah, you know, something like this. And this is in Slovak because this is one of my friend's actual website that some graphics, you can see some actual animations. You can actually even like use it if you understand me. It is not something crazy, it's just text and transitions, but it is still very good, okay? Just for vibe coding, it is still very good. As you can see, I'm just gonna play all of the animations right here. You can even log in, but yeah, it is pretty neat in my opinion, okay? And how to actually do these sites. So yeah, you can just quickly go. You have a few apps right here. From my personal experience, I would genuinely use bold.new. Maybe it's just my preference, but bold.new is, in my opinion, the best and easiest way to do it. Maybe I'm wrong on this, okay? Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, you can always leave a comment on your experiences and what you actually find the most cost effective or most easy. And also like this video so we push it to more people and you also help me grow. So yeah, that would be awesome. Subscribe, by the way. Why are you not subscribed? Subscribe, bro. I'm trying to push 1000 subscribers. I have done some videos on bold.new, probably like 2 or 3, and plus there's coming some masterclass on bold.new or on vibe coding as a whole, as I already said, into my school community. So we can definitely look forward. We can see what companies use it. So we can see some, whatever this is, Google, Intel, Meta, Salesforce, Shopify, and Stripe. They all use it. So that means it's also compatible with these. I have used bold.new and Stripe. So I have done a whole payment method site. I've actually built an e-com website, so a shop with clothing, and it had all the payments and everything. Now comes the big problem with vibe coding, okay? Vibe coding is good, but as I said, only when you wanna some fancy text or plain text with some animations website, logs or some info websites. But when you want an actual payment methods and all that, like literally an e-com shop, it's not the best way, okay? Because then it's really limited and it's just type to it like, okay, link it with this and that. But you cannot just, at this point, we still cannot just type words and somehow connect everything with Supabase, with Stripe, download all the images. You need to understand code for that work, okay? You cannot just link Supabase, Stripe with bold.new. Just say, okay, listen, bro, connect this to Stripe, connect that, and then somehow pray to God that you're gonna get a whole e-com shop. It's not gonna happen, okay? So that's where I basically draw the line. If I want to create something for myself or for my clients, I never ever fully rely on vibe coding, okay? Never. Like I always go, we're gonna do this big discovery. I always go to this one AI tool, which again I have made many videos on because I kind of love it. And guess what it is called? Claude. Of course, it's called Claude. Claude is basically number one when it comes to coding. If we look here into the chats, we're going to find like build an analytics app with test data. iOS calculator, building a Pac-Man game replica, iOS analytics dashboard, beginner's Pac-Man game, iOS Swift counter app tutorial, blah, 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 right? Like ticket color modification, new navigation item, like this. As you can see, this whole thing with Swift, Kotlin, whatever, this was whole app, okay? I created a whole app with this for iOS, and I also could do it for Android, no problem, okay? So if we go and start a new chat, sorry, and we can say, by the way, on the free plan, okay, we can say, create me a base code for a app on iOS in Swift. I will be working in Xcode. Boom. Now, it will create it. You don't have to worry about it. And this is basically the same as vibe coding. The only difference here is you control the files. You actually have to have Xcode, which is free, or Visual Code Studio, or the Android one. Maybe this is a little bit slower, of course, because you have to copy and paste each file into it and create the whole like structure and all that. If you want me to go through all of that, like deep dive, we can do that. But yeah, I think right now you're starting to catch up to what and how to actually use vibe coding, okay? This, you're basically bypassing the hours, not even hours, but like the months of learning to code with AI, okay? And I always get angry comments when I say something about like, yo, you shouldn't, learn code the traditional way. You can just use this and that. But listen, I don't care about your comments hating on me or my methods. Like this clearly worked for me, and I'm just trying to share my ideas, okay? The comment section is open to any criticism, of course, but don't just spread hate on, oh no, AI is stupid and blah 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 blah. Chill, okay? AI is literally the future. For example, right? Back in the day, I have talked about this with my parents. Back in the day when the calculator came, it also like basically destroyed all the people who had the natural skill of calculating high numbers, or it destroyed a lot of things in maths. But do we hate it now? Do we like, no, I want to do it? No, of course not. That would be stupid, right? So use AI to your advantage, even as a coder, okay? If you're coding, I'm not saying completely rely on AI, and I'm probably never going to say this, but use it to help you. Use it to actually help you and be an open-minded person when it comes to this. So more of this is going to be inside my school community. As I said, the link is in the description. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Bye bye.